What's the grid? How would you communicate in the area if you're underwater? Traditionally, you've got sonar, of course, but in the area, it's such a broad expanse of ocean space and estate. And if you're underwater in these skimmers, you need to communicate with people or organisations above water. So what we've got is, of course, qubit technology or laser communication signalling. So that's adopted across the area. And how does that work? Well, you've got a grid. You've got a grid of large surface buoys that allows communication between satellites and underwater with the skimmers. And they deploy eel drones, right? So they've got these eel drones that spread themselves out across the area, and they're connected to these grid buoys. So you've got laser communication signaling that goes between skimmer, the proximity of eel drones and a grid buoy, and then up to a satellite and back to a communication station. In this case, it's X-Head Academy Crew Monitoring Centre. So they have tagged all the skimmers and can communicate with them. It depends on the proximity of the eel drones and the grid buoy to a skimmer's mining coordinates. So you're either going to get a live feed on a message board or a recorded message in video. Worst case, if you're too far out of range, will be an audio recorded message. So it depends on the proximity they are to the grid buoys. So in crew monitoring, they also tag the crew of the skimmers so they can monitor their vitals and see if they spike and monitor their health and well-being. So that's all done at the Crew Monitoring Centre. And that's how the grid's set up. There's a contractor, much like a large cable-laying ship you might find on the high seas, but instead of cable laying, the grid contractor goes around the area and maintains and monitors the viability of the grid buoys and eel drones to ensure that communication is kept. Of course, you can't go off-grid. If you're a skimmer, it's a non-compliant activity to go off-grid, meaning you've gone black and can't be contacted or communicated with. So that's how the grid in the area works.